They say if you can think, you can thank. These are words that have carried a deeper meaning for me recently. For a while now, I've been dealing with an issue that one can consider far from pleasant. And because of that, there have been moments where I felt completely overwhelmed, moments where I was down, moments that I cried. I still do sometimes. And moments where I found myself asking how something like this could even happen to me. It was something I never imagined that I would experience, especially because the event that led to it wasn't supposed to result in something as serious as it became at the time. At some point, it completely drained me because I felt physically limited. I was physically limited, and because of that, I started to feel stuck in my mind, emotion-wise, spiritual-wise, different. I just felt stuck. I couldn't explain it. And it was as though every part of me had become immobile because of that limitation. But in the middle of all of this, I did have an encounter with God. And God began to open my eyes to see things that I was too overwhelmed to see at the time. During this phase, one thing that I have realized is that the enemy wants to keep our minds so consumed by the pain, the discomfort, the frustration that we become blind to the workings of the Spirit of God within us. When this issue happened, different thoughts flooded my mind. There were different speculations, both from within and from a few people around me, some of the people that know about this. Speculations like, okay, if we had done this, maybe this wouldn't have happened. If we hadn't done this, this wouldn't have happened. If we had done this right, this wouldn't have happened. And things like that. I remember a particular time that I was filled with so much regret. I kept replaying the whole thing in my mind, asking myself, really, if I had done this, would this have actually happened? Then the Holy Spirit gently reminded me of something that changed my perspective. And that's the fact that being a child of God does not mean that difficult things will not happen to us. It doesn't mean that difficult times will not come. It only means that when they do happen, there's that consciousness on the inside of us that God is with us. Yeah. I thought about Job. He lost practically almost everything, yet in the midst of that unimaginable pain, he still worshipped God. He was still able to acknowledge that the God who gives is still God when he allows certain things that we do not understand. Job's circumstances changed, but God's nature never did. My circumstances changed, but God's nature never did. So recently, the Holy Spirit dropped an idea in mind, and it was simple. It was a simple assignment to get a journal, which I did, and write down everything that I'd been grateful to God for since this incident happened. Specifically, since this incident happened. I honestly didn't expect the list to be long. I already had a few things in mind that I was grateful to God for, but it was just, if I were to list them in my mind, about 5 to 10 things. They could barely get to 10. But I obeyed. I got the journal and I began to write. I began to write, and it felt like I couldn't stop. From being able to barely list about 10 things, or being able to barely list even 5. I wrote over 50 things I was grateful to God for. Over 50. And in that moment, it hit me that I had spent so much time looking at the pain that I wasn't paying attention to God's presence, to the evidence of God's faithfulness at the time. That moment broke something in me. At that moment, the anger I was feeling faded. The regret that I was feeling lost its grip. And ingratitude slowly began to give way to thanksgiving. Now, let me be honest, that shift in perspective did not suddenly make everything easy. There are still days that it feels overwhelming, that it feels rather frustrating because I'm in pain. I'm in the middle of a process, and I am human, so sometimes I still cry, I still feel frustrated. But that feeling of pain does not mean that the enemy has won. The Bible tells us that we're more than conquerors through Christ that loves us. So it only means that my circumstances do not have the final say, neither do my emotions. So yes, it's okay to cry sometimes. It's okay to pour your heart out to God. It's okay to be honest to God about what hurts, but do not build your home there. Let your tears become prayers. Let the pain that you feel lead you back to God. Let the pain that you feel remind you to lean on God for His strength. One thing I've learned is that our joy is not found in pretending that everything is fine. Our joy is found in knowing that no matter what we face, the enemy does not have the final say over our minds, over our emotions. Our joy is found in knowing that no matter what we face, God is still there. God is there. God is still God. He always will be God. He has always been good. He is still good. He always will be good. Sometimes God allows certain situations to teach us lessons. Sometimes God allows certain situations to, still our minds, probably because we've been overwhelmed with the excitement of events happening. Sometimes I believe that God allows certain situations so that we can know that He's still waiting for us. And many times we may never fully understand why God allows certain things on this side of eternity. But regardless of whether or not we receive an explanation as to why certain things happen, one truth remains unchanging, and that's the fact that God is still God. His goodness is not determined by our circumstances. His faithfulness is not cancelled by our pain. His love does not disappear because life has suddenly become difficult. I believe that when we begin to see life from that perspective, then our joy can no longer be controlled by our circumstances. Our peace is no longer dependent on whether we have the answers or not. We can still worship. we can still trust. We can still give thanks. Because if you can think, you can thank.